What up, everybody? I'm my boys. This is... And I didn't even mention it in the last episode. Sorry. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Case 5, Rise from the Ashes. They may have to press everything else. I don't know. Fine, but that's when Detective Goodwin was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place and the murder at a place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence. This is just... Oh, sorry. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Does it work now? No. Two detectives were killed by one of the... And then Kniffy. I did check the name. Do I have to check it again? Didn't I present the knife here? Fuck. I remember having issues with this before. Now it's upside down, you see. Maybe there's an error here. Because he hasn't realized the connection. Yeah, I did that. How the fuck did 3 minutes go by? I have heard of that. Ooh. The evidence room. Didn't you mention that in his testimony just now? Life is evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between... I forgot... No, see, I had to have... Yeah. It's because I pressed that before I read the thing. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. There! It's because I didn't read the thing before that. Oh yeah, I remember now, I made a boo-boo. Because it just says press the statement how a detective was killed once again. Which makes you think, oh, I have to tell him how it was killed. No, it's just the statement that tells how the detective was killed. But it doesn't say to choose where. Again. That's what throws me off every time. And I don't even think to do that. So, let's press this. Chief? The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, with the Wright, what's their connection? Yes, how with it, Mr. Wright? The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to figure out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information? Unofficially? Excuse me. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? He's quite the eccentric man. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Well, the victim's sex won't tell us anything. The victim's division won't tell us anything. Yeah, sex, not gender. Although, considering this is T for teen, I don't see why they couldn't have put sex. They can't do that with a kid's game. You know, sex is like male or female. But the victim's ID number would help. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's no way you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You don't tell me their name after all. You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-2189. Strange, that sounds familiar. Well, that's quite long. That's what she said. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. Didn't even get the first number right. Now, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim in the police department. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does, I think. Meaning... it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? The Big Daddy Star was supposed to... The Big Daddy Star allowed me to cheat death. How can this be? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. Say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells you something? What does it tell you? Burn the number? 584-2189? That's the same number in this ID. Who does that ID belong to? Goodman. Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing. Like you always do. The police department is to prosecute 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This itty-bitty pin is my badge. This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And? This means what exactly? Huh? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82... forgotten! Did we get the first number right? Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. You're overruled! Wait a second, Ray. What is this? Me? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, The detective killed in the police department was evidence room. Fuck. The detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. By the way, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at that exact same time. That's impossible! So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. No, how did it... Fuck. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't remember the Twilight Zone theme. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret. Fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait! I said wait! Or didn't you hear me? Eh? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Ow.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said the report had nothing to do with the Land of Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Hey, at least he's trying. In any case, this is a serious error. A girl's gonna get nipped there. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. Damn it. I can actually hear him say that like that. The gross negligence there. Oh, Christ. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. And I just noticed his... No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. His soul patch looks like a shell. A clam shell. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence for, Oh, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does that mean? I couldn't submit the evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Hey? I was just doing my job. No! No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all these rumors? You're even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apology, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. I find the defendant guilty of double homicide. Of the same person. I don't even know if it's possible to do that. Man, that sucked. Yeah! Actually, there's a note here in the guide. In my several playthroughs of Case 5, Damon Gant's testimony has many different ways to progress through it, but they all end up at the same place. This makes this testimony difficult to follow if you get stuck in the middle of it. Sorry for any inconveniences that may arise. Yeah. That's true. I guess you could do that any order you want. So that makes it hard to... Yeah, see? I don't know. Either way. Let's savor progress and continue, huh? Rise from the ashes, still unforgiving. Lyrics on top of still unforgiving. Day 2, investigation. I use my edumacation to do an investigation. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright and Co. offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Eh? Let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. I wanted to say Detective Bruce Pritchard. That name might sound familiar to people, Bruce Pritchard, especially if you follow wrestling. I believe he was a producer at WWE. But yeah, speaking of WWE, apparently Vince would like to return. I don't know if he can. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? Excuse me. The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Grouchy's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Hey? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Kelly Port! February 23rd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? Whoa, the oil drum kicked. The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. His sister, erasing evidence of at the crime scene? Never. You know, she always says they don't get along. Emma really likes her sister. I'm fairly certain she tipped it over on accident. And she was trying to get away, which is a strong possibility. Besides, it was brimming with water. I don't think she could have tipped it over if she tried. No, that wouldn't... Yeah, never mind. Ah, itchy. That's not it at all. It's just... We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Is it? Well, whatever there was... Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. So it's no longer an oil drum if there was water in it. It's an oil drum if there's oil in it. It's just a drum. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. True. True. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? What do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. For testing blood stains with this stuff. Not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of these things? Oh. To test for a blood reaction, display the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the X button to spray on it. Let's find us some blood stains. So, normally you would tap with your stylus. But as this is a PS4 version. You can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this the blood stain? Ugh. Emma, you're shaky. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? Well... the amount, really. You'd think there'd be a lot more. Itchy. Oh, that's better. But yeah, there'd be a lot more. Wouldn't there? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood... what? I'm gonna mark up the blood... Yeah, I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Fuck, my head was going weird. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy, too. Saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out in the light of the day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Too bad this is the only time we get to do anything this in-depth. Because it was added after the 3 games were made. Oh well. Guess we should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, and not bad, you two. Ooh. Just stay old deli boxes on the house. Sorry, it's just the kind of weed and doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me on in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It's my fault. Well, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry. You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
It's inconceivable!
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw a chief prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Ugh. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I'm shuffling. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. Oh, snap! Shit! Ooh! Got you good! And you were let go, fired? Felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And with these prim and proper prosecutors I hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. So all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... what do you think about this? The SL9 incident's written on that knife, and on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Anyway. That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transfer on the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Don't you think you could tell us more about the incident? I'm gonna have to present. There we are. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Nah! It's crime photo. Oh, that's the point. Crime photo. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guardroom. But even then, I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? Rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes? In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time... That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? Dude. 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I had ever handled. The police and the prosecutors are desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Now stop, and one other person you know well. Like, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Whoops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side of that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. No one in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives in SL9 have disappeared. We find new evidence! There has to be a connection. So, rookie, what? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? What do you want to know? Or why do you want to know? I'm just wondering, what happened to him? A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, and it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were, nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. Nothing more to do here. Whoa! February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurry. I suppose that makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we've got at the front desk. That's a fun word, pamphlet. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Why did it do that? The blue badger is still writhing around today. No, Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Why a badger? Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's going to do something naughty. Naughty. Okay, I played through this several times. I'm only now noticing the handprint right below his left eye. His left, not ours. It'd be on the right. Right above the cursor there. I'm just now noticing that handprint. Why a badger? Good badgering the badger. February 24th. Evidence room entrance, guard station. Ooh, cacti. Actually, the last house I lived in, there were, I'm sure I've said this multiple times now. On the side of the hill near the house, there were, how do I describe it? I don't know what kind of cacti they were, but they were like flat, paddle-like. Neat. Excuse me. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. Cacti don't grow primarily in a desert. In fact, every fall they would disappear. Well, they would dry up. And I guess go dormant in the winter. And then they'd come back in the spring and summer. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so unbowing. It's hard to think straight. You're saying they're pricks? If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah, me too. Anyway.
Lasso.
Look at the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. Trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. Sure have an active imagination. I'm pretty sure you were to step in front of the door, your foot would be in there, and it would, like, trap you. But just stand on to the side and avoid the trap. I don't know. Wait, I think I have to examine the... The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. Won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Can't you just sneak over there and hit the diddly damn darn button? Guess not. Well, no one's here. Guess we will go. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Hey, wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe! No time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is steak lunch from Ladyland. It's a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now is no time for despair. We caught a criminal. We just need evidence. A criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Sitting around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Oh, wait, don't leave. If you wanna know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Boom. Guess we'll head there. Itchy. Since the only way to get to the detention center is from here. February 23rd, detention center, visitor's room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ow! What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir, how should I say this?
Wait, is he? You, Officer Meekins, did you? Sorry, I'm not gonna shout it.
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. If I could speak. Okay, we'll continue this in the next episode, eh? Till then, I'm Zombie Weasel. Stay zombie, and I'm